Hello everyone, my name is Shubham and today our topic of this video is going to be paper batteries. I'm very thankful to Arun Kushwaha sir for providing me this opportunity to give a seminar on paper batteries. So what are paper batteries? Paper batteries are just like traditional batteries devices but with a twist. They are ultra thin energy storage, just like thickness of a paper. They are flexible and also the greatest advantage of them is they are production ready devices. They are formed by combining carbon nanotubes with a conventional sheet of cellulose-based paper. We will discuss about carbon nanotubes later in this seminar only. A paper battery acts as both a high energy battery and a supercapacitor. This combination allows the battery to provide both long-term steady power production burst of the energy. It can be folded, cut, or otherwise shaped for our convenience without any loss of efficiency. Cutting one in halves its energy. Cutting in its energy got divided by one fourth. It can be stacked in multiples for power output. If at any production line we need more power output from power batteries, they can be stacked on one another to generate more power. 2.5 volts of electricity from a sample size of postage stamp. It means that uh, a paper battery, which is of postage stamp size of the same thickness, can produce 2.5 volt of electricity. Now we should discuss about the working principle of paper batteries. It is formed by combining cellulose with an infusion of aligned carbon nanotubes that are each approximately 1 millionth of centimeter thick. They are very thin. Carbon nanotubes are very thin. That's why we can form a battery which is having a paper-like thickness. These tiny filaments act like electrodes found in traditional battery, conducting electricity when the paper comes into contact with an ionic solution. When we dip that battery in a ionic liquid solution, then the current flows and we can complete a circuit. With no water in solution, we cannot produce the electricity, and it cannot freeze also. And the operating temperature of a paper battery can be vary from minus 77 degree to 100 degree Celsius. Now we should discuss about carbon nanotubes. Carbon nanotubes are, of course, allotropes of carbon with a cylindrical nanostructure. They are also known as bucket tubes. They exhibit extraordinary strength and unique electrical properties and are efficient thermal conductors. Nanotubes are members of Fullerene structural family. The diameter of a nanotube is on the order of few nanometers. Because of the symmetry and the unique electronic structure of graphene, the structure of a nanotube strongly affects its electrical properties. We can determine the conducting uh, properties by examining the nanotubes. Nanotubes are generally represented in Nm form. If n is double equals to m, the nanotube is metallic. If n minus m is multiple of 3, then the nanotube is semiconducting with a very small band gap. Otherwise, the nanotube is a moderate semiconductor. While a conventional battery contains a number of separate components, the paper battery integrates all of the battery components in a single structure, making it more energy efficient. Batteries produce electrons through a chemical reaction between electrolyte and metal in traditional battery. Chemical reaction in a paper battery is between electrolyte and carbon nanotubes, whereas in traditional batteries, the chemical reaction happen between electrolyte and metal. Electron collect on the negative terminal of the battery and flow along a connected wire to the positive terminal. And electron must flow from the negative to positive terminal for chemical reaction to continue. I think this is a basic current flow technique which is also present in conventional batteries. It has very wide range of application. The paper-like quality of paper batteries combined with the structure of nanotubes embedded within lightweight and low cost. Ability to use electrolytes in blood make them potentially used for medical devices such as pacemakers. The medical use are particularly attractive because they do not contain any toxic materials and can be biodegradable. The most highlighting feature of paper batteries is that they are biodegradable, unlike conventional batteries which are made from metal from outside also contains some non-degradable products in that. Advantages of paper batteries can be they can be rolled, twisted, or folded, and cut into numerous shapes according to our own betterment, our own requirement, and also provided that they will not lose the efficiency or integrity then. Also, as I have previously mentioned, that they can be stacked like printer paper to boost the total output. So if we need a better output in a production line, then we can stack them one over the other to create more current. The advantages of paper battery include that they are both ultra thin and flexible, as clearly it can obviously inferred by the name. They can operate as a battery and a capacitor. Like I have told you in the introduction part, they are capable of providing long-term steady voltage and energy burst also if required. And can also work. They can also operate in the temperature range -77 degree to 100 degrees Celsius. It is also a great feature of paper batteries. Thank you everyone for listening me out. Thanks.